Hello and welcome to is it the fourth now? I think it's the fourth V&M transmission.
I thought it was the third. No, it's the fourth.
It's the fourth.
Yeah. Hello.
I'm M.
And I'm V.
And we don't really do topics. We just have conversations. And if those conversations have to rest on particular, start from and go towards particular topics, that's fine. We don't worry about any of that. That said, we need to start from somewhere. So what's been in your mind, V? Because I've got a couple of things if you've got nothing.
Well, I obviously have got one now, given the fact I've spent the last 2 hours. I stumbled across something called ASMR, which stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. And I stumbled across it via YouTube.
As you do.
As you do, looking for something else. And it's something that really appealed. So I told M about it this evening. And before we started this transmission, we were just having a bit of a discussion about why it would be appealing to me and not so much to him.
Well, first of all, let's just tell people what we saw and read.
And listened to.
Well, we're not experts.
No.
And we just stumbled across it this evening. So
Yeah.
Do you want to say what it is? It's sound, basically. There you go.
It's some visual, but mostly I think it's sound. And I actually think that for me, it's the sound that's most appealing.
But wait a minute, but what kind of sounds?
I'm not sure how I could explain it, really. Because...
Okay, well, let me describe what I just listened to.
Yeah.
The one that you recommended to me.
Yeah.
That we both watched. Or listened to, rather. I didn't watch it. I was doing other things at the time, so I just listened to it. And it was a lady who had a couple of microphones, and she was making sounds into the microphone, not with her voice or anything. She was talking now and then, but mostly the sound she was making were from objects, things like she had some crystals, rattling some crystals, and I think she had a little a drum, and she was sort of not actually beating the drum, not playing a rhythm, but sort of stroking it and
tapping it.
Yeah, kind of the sounds that you get, when you stroke a microphone or something like that, kind of strange sound, but not that harsh, just nicer than that. Those sort of very close to the microphone, stereo microphone effect sounds that you don't normally get to hear, and that most sound editors would try and remove.
Yeah. So obviously the emphasis in these videos is put on the sound rather than anything else. So that's obviously what it's about. And the idea is that it promotes a response in the body, which could be described as a tingling sensation. Maybe the hairs on the back of your neck standing up, from what I can work out. Well, this is what happened to me anyway.
It's supposed to be a pleasurable
It's supposed to be a pleasurable thing, yes.
Not
a relaxation thing.
Not like a freaky hairs on the back of your neck standing up.
No, it's almost meditative, a relaxation technique using sound, which, you could argue is in a lot of meditative practice anyway. So, but it's very random sounds.
Well, to be honest, from what I read, it's like no one understands it.
No.
And it's just people online experimenting with sounds.
Yeah.
In an online environment. So, and getting feedback from those, things that they've created, come up with themselves.
Yeah.
So it could be anything, I guess, as long as they get the right kind of response from it.
But part of one I watched earlier, it's not just about sound, I'd like to make that clear. Part of one I watched earlier was where the lady had a lot of crystals on a tray laid out, and she was switching a torch on and off. And obviously there was the clicking of the torch, but there was also the visual of the torch lighting up the crystals as well, which was quite interesting. So predominantly sound, but there's definitely visual as well. It's very interesting. Very interesting. not come across anything like that before, so I'm sure I'll be listening to some more.
Well, for now, I
Yeah.
put it into the sound art category in my brain
Yeah, but I don't think it quite belongs there. That's what I'm saying.
because it's
Yeah.
not. Because it's not. Because it's just no, but it is an art because the artist is aiming to stimulate a kind of somatic. Is that the right word?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is
response.
it's not just a visual and a sort of sound art, if you like. There is a visual aspect, but it's less, I think, from what I can work out.
Okay. Well, it's
Yeah.
certainly art in my brain anyway.
Yeah, it's definitely art. It's definitely experimentation.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting concept anyway, and a new one on me. So
Yep.
yeah.
I can't really say much more about that. Only been exposed to it for a couple of hours.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, something I could probably get into. I like it so far.
We're rambling now.
Yeah, exactly.
Check it out for yourself.